And we are live. So if you have not been keeping up with the news, there is some of the breaking news that you don't know. Dan Deal Barcelona have confirmed the signing of Eric Garcia from Manchester City, the 20-year-old defender who has around 400 million buyout clause. Source Barcelona. One thing that I have now come to agree with Barcelona, whenever they put this buyout clause in all the contracts of the players that they're signing, it's just their way of telling you that they are not gonna let these players go easily. So nobody's gonna pay 400 million for the player. So let's just say congratulations to them because they're gonna keep this player. I advise you guys to go follow this page. It's called the Football Connected. They're on TikTok, also on Twitter, also on Instagram and Facebook. We are always live every single time. And there is a post that we just retweeted just 17 years ago. They're saying that Liverpool are to sign Patterson Daka in the next coming days, according to reports. So we have been hearing good things about this player. I don't know if it's gonna be a possibility. I'll have to wait for that. But that's not really the news we are here for today, isn't it? So let's get this story started.
Beats the goalkeeper. He's just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.
Oh, hello world and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam and we are back again with another one, people. We have to come back with another one. And we I am still not convinced. I am one guy who doesn't take no for granted. I had to go back, check my history, check everything, try to find out, come up with every single thing that I can come out to try to make or to try to come up with an excuse for Gareth Southgate if he's not going to select Trent Alexander-Arnold today. So reports are, if it's led to be believed, today Gareth Southgate is going to announce his team for Euro in about an hour from now, if I'm not making a mistake. And we will definitely hear what he has decided to do. That's what I'm curious to hear. But also important, yeah, I think it's a mistake because this last 10 games he has been good for Liverpool, and it's a mistake if he has left him. So that's Mr. Gameplay here, one of our regulars who's saying that he feels like this is a mistake. If Trent Alexander-Arnold is not gonna be part of the team, he really feels that this is gonna be a definite or definitely this will be a mistake that he will live to regret Gareth Southgate if he decides to leave Trent Alexander-Arnold in this team. So let me try to explain my reason. So rumors, according to all the reports around the country, England or around the world, worldwide, they are saying that Southgate is going to be leaving Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is on the verge of leaving Trent Alexander-Arnold from being included in the team that he has selected for the Euro. So okay, I get it. I get it. All the other players that are there in the list, in all of them, they've managed to win silverwares. They've managed to win silverwares. So yeah, it makes sense. Looking at what Trent Alexander-Arnold had to go through this season, what he had to go through this season, he played with about 26 or more different center back partners every single game he was playing last season. That's first. Secondly, Trent Alexander-Arnold had to go through a situation where he had to be an attacker and a defender at the same time. I know he's not really that one of those flashy defenders where people can say that, they can say that they put their faith on the kid and they can be happy that whenever they're playing with him, everything goes well. But I've been looking at the stats in all, comparing to all the other players that have been selected. He is actually holding the higher numbers than the rest of them. Can you believe that craziness? He's actually holding the higher numbers than the rest of them. Trent Alexander-Arnold right now, if we speak of now, he is the better right back in England, according to the reports that I saw or according to what he did in terms of ball contribution, the passes, sitting up, tackling, and all the things he was doing. Maybe in tackling, I don't remember Saka might be aging, he might be better than him, but he has been one of the best. No, but this is not really a response that you're looking for. It doesn't have enough data to control. So let's talk about the reason why I made this video, the reason why I had to come out loud to talk about this thing. So I'm looking at this situation. I'm like, okay, Gareth Southgate, you have decided that you're gonna leave Trent Alexander-Arnold to your England team. If he's gonna do that, remember this are still rumors. He has not yet come out live and said that Trent Alexander-Arnold is not in the team. If these are not rumors, okay, we have four players. Three of them similarly are good at the same thing. If I have to say, they are good in defending and stuff like that. Three of them are good, and you have this one person who is average in defending, but the best you can ever have when you need ball contribution in the box, when you need somebody who's gonna deliver something into the box of the 18 area, if you wanna achieve something in Trent Alexander-Arnold. So my question, if you are really a good manager, trust me, I have to put in Southgate's managerial career as a man here. If you are really a good manager, you see that you definitely need either one or both of the strength in your team. What are you going to do? Remember, you are not selecting a team that is playing today. You are selecting a team that is going to represent England in a tournament. That is one thing that people are taking for granted. He's selecting a team that is going to lead England in the tournament, not selecting a team that is just playing for today. So when all the play, what if he has to get something, if he wants to earn every supporter's every supporter's respect in England, he has to be so. He has to use his knowledge there. He has to. I think he requires what I call wisdom as a manager. He has to be intelligent. He has to show us the level of intelligence he has as a manager of England by taking sent two right back center backs with the same strength. Let me explain what I'm saying when I say with the same strength. Take Kyle Walker for the defensive features you are looking for in the defender, and take Trent Alexander-Arnold because he's gonna give you the aerial balls that the strikers, the likes of Ken, the likes of all the people will be in that team, what the balls that they require. Because one thing that we can never disagree on, we have in Trent Alexander-Arnold a talent of a young man who can deliver a ball that is already a goal before or without even thinking twice about it. He can deliver a shot that is already a goal without anybody even asking questions on that. So that's something that Southgate has to put in mind when he's making this selection, because this can determine his success. If he fails, people would accept his failures because he had prepared the right team, but could not just get what they wanted. But if he succeeds, you actually thank the people like the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, because Trent Alexander-Arnold, one thing I know about this kid since I've been watching him, he doesn't really need as much as 20 or 30 or 40 minutes to produce three or four or five good crosses or whatever that we call them, good crosses from the right side into the box for the likes of Harry Kane to finish up the goals than any other people. He does that for fun. He's really good. I'm telling you, I can guarantee you one thing. If he goes to Euro, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's gonna come out there with a couple of 3 or 4 or 5 assists of goals. Because I know the type of players that are up top. If I'm Harry Kane, I'm choosing him. And I know if Gareth Southgate is going to select Henderson in the team, I know that there is already chemistry between those two players. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Henderson, they work together. Whenever Trent Alexander-Arnold in Liverpool is going up top, if you have ever noticed these people, always look at Liverpool. Whenever Trent Alexander-Arnold is going up top, Henderson always drops back to cover his position. Trust me, that started first. It was something that they started to work on in 2016, 2017, 18, and it actually developed. 2018, 2019, we saw the best of it. 2019 to 2020, we actually saw the better of it. 2020, 21, that's when we had the problem of injuries of either both players of either just exchanging. So it's a chemistry that you don't even have to look for. It's already there in the team. It's already there with those guys. And in this modern era games, in this modern era, you will definitely need the types and the likes of players like Trent Alexander-Arnold who are gonna be working so hard rather than defending. Because defending, nobody's saying Trent Alexander-Arnold is good. I'm not saying he's good. I'm saying he can do it. He has done it. I've seen him doing it. He can defend, but he's not gonna defend like to a level of the likes of Kyle Walker, the likes of Reece James, and and the worst part, I'm even bringing up Reece James. I'm gonna say something about him. Let me just leave it there at the moment. But he's not gonna defend as the likes of Kyle Walker, the likes of Reece James, the likes of uh, Terence Trippier or something like that. He's not. But he's going to defend, that's for sure, because Klopp has actually taught him to be a good defender as well, as much as he goes up top. So you are definitely sure that he's going to defend. You hear me? You are definitely sure that he's going to defend. But at the same time, he's going to offer you more than what the other ones will offer you. He will guarantee you chances that are already goals in the legs or in the hands or in the legs of the strikers that are in the team. So I think if I'm Gareth Southgate, I have to look at the strengths that this kid has and take them into consideration before I make my decision. So that I don't find myself being blamed because trust me, you are representing a country, you're a manager of a country, not a club, and you find the whole goddamn England coming over you when that that skill or that certain quality is now required and it's lacking in the team. You find the whole country might turn against you, and this is gonna be a crazy one, trust me. So it's really important that he has to look at this in a different way and maybe give it time to actually think about it and make his decision right according to what is really, really required for England. But anyway, I'm just stating my facts here. I'm looking at this situation and I'm saying that one thing that I believe England are gonna be lacking is that quality if they don't select Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's just under a few minutes before you select his team. I don't know who's gonna be in or who's gonna be out not. But one thing I know, he has to make a very, very important decision today, and one that is gonna have to live with at the end of the Euros or whatever that's gonna happen. But let's see what happens. So I'm gonna go through some of the things that we have to go through. So Southgate's big decision today. Yes, he has some big decisions that he has to make today. Now, Trent Alexander-Arnold will make headlines on Tuesday whether or not he makes it to the England squad for the Euros. This, listen to me, this is not something that is to be taken for granted. This is one of the most important things that decisions that he has to be made by Southgate. It doesn't matter what is going to happen. If it drops Trent Alexander-Arnold, trust me, all eyes are on him. Trust me. I was watching the kickoff. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I saw a Manchester United fan giving his reasons why Trent Alexander-Arnold has to be in the England team. Imagine, I repeat, a Manchester United fan. He had to give a reason why Trent Alexander-Arnold had to be in the team. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm watching him. I'm watching him. I'm watching you, Southgate. You are gonna either build or break. Don't make decisions like what Guardiola did in the Champions League because he made some terrible decisions. How do you play a game without a cam? I'm gonna talk about that one later on today. I need to talk about the Guardiola's decisions on that game. It was so biased. Anyway, we'll talk about that one. A key headline from the 26 squad will be inclusion or otherwise of Trent Alexander-Arnold. After being left out in England's last quarter squad for the World Cup qualifier in March, the Liverpool defender's fate is sure to be a major talking point. Because since Trent Alexander-Arnold was left, since then up to now, what he has been doing for Liverpool and what he has been offering, we're all giving a lot of highlights to all the football fans out there of how much and how important this kid really is for England. So we are really looking at this one and we are gonna be asking ourselves questions: what's gonna happen and how is Southgate gonna make this decision? Because if he does not include him, man, it's gonna be crazy. Especially if England doesn't get anything. It's gonna be crazy. I can tell you about that one. Anyway, let me continue with this. However, the outstanding performance of Reece James and Kyle Walker in the Champions League final, together with their ability to also play in a center back three, would appear to have made them undroppable. That for me, I'm not refusing this. I'm not refusing that Kyle Walker and Reece James played amazingly well. But let's look at the formation that England plays. They play a back three. Are you telling me that as a manager really wants to go win something, you are gonna decide to put two players with the same qualities, with every single qualities, with every quality on the same position, and you think you are gonna win something because you only have one type of a player? Trust me, that is the reason why you find that we have a Jota and a Firmino in Liverpool. You find that when we put Jota, Jota comes from the left and with Salah playing as a center forward who finish the chances. Then whenever Firmino is in, he goes as the false nine. What he does, his work is to make sure that he makes it hard for every defender, for every team to play for whatever they'll be asking for, so that whenever he wins the ball, he sets them up for the wingers to score. There are two different qualities that you find in those players, but also they're still serving the same purpose. They're all in that same squad because they offer different they offer different means to solve a situation. That's why if Liverpool are being linked with the Patterson Daka, I know that Daka is gonna offer something different. It's gonna be like a Haaland type of a player, the finisher that we have been looking for. That Firmino isn't. So you see that whenever you're buying a player, when you're making a team, when you're building a body, you need different characters of players. You need different players who are gonna offer different things to make sure that you win the thing. That's the same situation. That's what I'm saying. There's no way in daylight I'll ever wanna see Trent Alexander-Arnold playing as a defender at the back, like being the at the back three. I will never want to see him that because he's not a defender. But when we are playing a back three, I want him at the wing. I want him to be one of the midfield wingers that will be that. Because one thing I know, whenever he gets the ball, he's gonna set it for the header easily so that the likes of Firmino for Liverpool, or should I say Harry Kane and all the other players that are there in England. Trust me, you need this kid in the team. You need him very, very much. I don't know. It's just my thought. Anyway, let me continue reading what I say here. Meanwhile, Kieran Trippier has helped Atletico Madrid to win La Liga. I'm not refusing people all of this. In this situation, we are not gonna say I'm choosing this one because he was a champion. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Some of the situations, if you look at those games, there were some amazing performances that were pulled That was shown by either the team, maybe some one moment, like some one man moment that the likes of Luis Suarez and the other ones did to help the teams win La Liga and stuff like that. I'm not refusing that. He played a part. Yes, he did. That's why they won this thing. But you cannot take away the fact that there is good player in Trent Alexander-Arnold, and there is something he's gonna offer that a lot of people are not even putting into consideration. So you need to go back and revisit this situation because it's really important. The other key decision for Southgate are likely to focus on number of individual choices and how he sees the balance of the squad across different positions. So now what he just said is really important. Chilwell, let me say Trippier, Rhys James, Kyle Walker all have the same points in terms of their strength. They all have the same strength. They all play. They all have the same strength. Now that is different now with Trent Alexander-Arnold. He offers something special that all of them they cannot offer. And we all know that. That's why he's undroppable in the Liverpool squad. That's why he made the likes of Nathaniel Klein to lose their position in Liverpool. I know there were a lot of injuries to put onto that, but that's one thing he offers that a lot of people are not putting into consideration. He's gonna offer you something new, and you can actually make shift him and push him to become a midfielder because he's gonna play his position and produce what he can produce because he is just that damn good. If Maguire is included, it will be expected that time first time centre back, both first time centre back in Ben White and Ben Godfrey would be missing out, or what of Tyrone Mings and Connor Cody would be likely to be. That one is another story. But the most important thing that we need to look at is the likes of this kid, this guy, and this kid. And the other one is Kyle Walker. I might not see him here, but yes, Kyle Walker is the other one. The other ones is just another situation that I'm talking about. But I think you guys, you hear my situation. You hear what I'm trying to show you here. I'm giving you all the things that you can actually just sit down and think about because it's either gonna make or destroy the season for the Euros for England if he decide to leave this kid. Because I feel like he really has to put him into this team. He is really required because this kid is still a child and the talent he offers for England is out of this world. The talent he has been offering for Liverpool has been out of this world. And unless you actually start to reward him for his hard work and for what he's doing, it's important because also this also works so hard for his confidence. It's also important for his confidence. I'm not saying that I want to Southgate to be his parent there. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that in 30 minutes from now, I'll be announcing this one on the Football Connector, either on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll be announcing his last thing he has decided. Then I'll come live to just talk about it. But it's really, really important that he makes his decision wisely and to see how he's gonna balance his squad with the right players that he needs there. That's what I think. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. Do you think Trent Alexander-Arnold should be dropped or not? I think I've already got what gameplay is saying here. He's saying, yeah, I think it's a mistake because the last 10 games he has been good for Liverpool. And one thing that I can tell you, whenever Trent Alexander-Arnold is good for Liverpool, Liverpool always wins. That's how much he is, how much he means to the squad. Whenever he's playing so good, my team always wins. I don't know. I don't know what decisions is gonna decide. I've seen these guys working with Andy Robertson and stuff like that. This team functions so well with this. I was watching the ESPN and I was listening to who was that? Stephen Nicole and John Hutchinson, and they were talking about. They said something that was interested that I got so much interested in when I was listening to them. They said this: there is nobody in those three players we just mentioned, Kyle, in those two players in Rhys James and and Trippier that we can say they're better than Trent Alexander-Arnold. They are refusing and they're saying that there's nothing like that. Because we have seen what Trent Alexander-Arnold has been capable of doing, and we have seen what he has produced for the team, and we know what he has offered, even England, in situations, in them qualifying for the Euros. We know how important he is, and there's no way Rhys James or Kellen Trippier are going to come in and compete with that. The other reason that was important was this. You guys are looking at this guy called Rhys James and you are saying that he's really good because he performed so well in the Champions League final. But we are not looking at the person he was competing with. He was competing with Raheem Sterling. When was the last time you guys saw Raheem Sterling playing in that Manchester City team? When was the last time you saw Raheem Sterling being really active, doing what he does? It's been a long time since I've seen Sterling playing. So it's really some of the things you have to put into consideration when you're looking at this situation, because all of these things are going to matter in terms of the decisions that are going to be decided by England and what is going to happen. But anyway, this is just me saying my things and trying to make sure that people take consideration into this kid, because I still believe England needs Trent Alexander-Arnold. I have not seen a player in England at the left back who can do what Trent Alexander-Arnold is doing. Unless I do, then maybe I might be convinced otherwise, or maybe unless the likes of Trippier and the other ones produce an amazing performance that I cannot even say anything, then I'm going to stick with what I'm saying. And I'm going to keep going with what I'm saying. And that is Trent Alexander-Arnold should not be dropped. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Click the like button, subscribe to the Football Connect. It's always important. But before I go anyway, guys, follow me on all the platforms I have told you. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We all have our pages, and all of them that are called the Football Connect. Just go type in. You will always be updated with every news, like the one that I just given you right now, that Garcia is now in Manchester, is now a Barcelona player, Eric Garcia, and also other news that are coming in, and the likes of Aguero who joined in. So it's important. Click the like button, guys. Subscribe to the comment. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section who should be there in the Euro in those three guys. I have told you who I want to see there in my left, in my right backs, and it's Trent Alexander-Arnold, and I'm not changing my mind on that. If he doesn't go there, then that's Southgate's problem. But I've given you my reasons why I want to see him there, because he has to be there. Anyway, do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the connect. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again with another video very, very soon, talking about what else that is happening during the day in the world of football. But for now, this is me signing out. Goodbye and peace.
Beats the goalkeeper. They're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.
I saw Mr. Gameplay sending a message. Hello, Mr. Gameplay. How are you doing, sir? I just saw your message right now when I was about to go off. How are you doing, sir? What are your thoughts? Listen to the video and let me know in the comment section. Do you agree with some of the decisions or some of the points I've brought up talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold? But I don't like to. I don't hate doing this thing again, but I'll do it anyway. Go back.
Beats the goalkeeper. They're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.